Hello, friends. I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? I hope it's fantastic. Everything here is wonderful. It is a amazing fall Monday. I absolutely love this time of year. And I had a really good weekend of doing nothing. I mean, kind of. We'll get to that. I played a video game this weekend. I might do a review on it. I'm not sure. It was a very good game, but I can't recommend it. So, um, if that intrigues you, then I'll talk about it. But whatever. Um, we had a friend come visit us yesterday. Now, my favorite thing about being a part of the punk, or specifically like the flogging Molly kind of family, the the fan base, or whatever, is the friends we made along the way. I know that's cliche and dumb, but it's the truth. Going on the cruise specifically is just a way to meet amazing people that I can call these people my friends, like for real friends. And we had one of our friends from the boat and from real life visit us yesterday. This is the second time he's visited us. I've been to his house a couple of times. We've gone. He was on the little tour jaunt that we did this past tour. He was on the winter when we went in the winter. We were there with him, and he is probably one of the most interesting people I've ever met in the world. He's a lawyer, and he's a Marine, so we bonded over that pretty quickly, and he's a friend that I don't know that I've ever met a more personable, like, he has absolutely no filter when it comes to social interaction. And I don't mean that he's like espousing, just whatever. No, like he just is, he has no shyness to him whatsoever. He approaches everybody as if they are the most interesting person in the room. He makes everybody feel great and important. And it's fascinating to spend time with. He's just a fascinating person to spend time with. And he can be profoundly confusing at times because he's a very intelligent person that has a he has a he says he quotes a lot of things and says a lot of things as if everybody understands. Not always the case. Not the point of the conversation. Just wanted to set the stage. Very interesting, extremely well traveled, just fascinating person. I absolutely love spending time with him, and he spent like 4 or 5 hours here yesterday with us, just hung out. He showed up, he brought some new whiskeys I hadn't tried, he brought some vodka I'd never heard of. By the way, buffalo grass vodka. And we just chatted for hours. Went to lunch, stuff, whatever. The point I'm getting at here is, we talked last week about how in certain situations, put me in a room full of punks, put me in a room full of board gamers, I can be that guy. I can be on 100% and just work the room, talk to everybody, whatever. But this guy is like, he takes things to a new level. Like, we hung out in his room one night, me and Malia and a couple members of the band and him. We were hanging out together, playing instruments, just chilling. And he's the guy that goes like, all right, I got an idea. What, everybody, like, give us a story, an unbelievable story, something that happened to you that nobody would believe. Go. And he's just that person, right? He immediately knows how to start something. Like, let's talk about something. Let's go with some, everybody tell a story. Yesterday it was, let's tell jokes. Like, let's figure, here's a joke, now you guys tell me a joke. Like, I don't know, I can't do this on command. And of course, when we were in the hotel room, we're telling stories that are like, I have no competition. I have no way to say anything that beats this person's story, like any of these stories. Like, the thing that I tell people that they don't believe is that I'm a Marine. Like, they're like, you're not a Marine. Yeah, well, I did it. Did the whole thing. All 4 years of it. But it's a very fascinating thing to observe. Like, going out to eat with him is an entire experience in and of itself. It's basically dinner theater. He makes the waiter or the waitress feel super important. Um, he makes eating like he tries all the things. So like I want this and this, and the waiter's like, you're getting multiple entrees. He's like, and I'm gonna take them home, like whatever. It's just fascinating individual, and I want to know. I've definitely known people like that in my life, but never one that is as outgoing as this person is. He's a very outgoing, very it just why are we chilling? Let's do something. Let's get the party started kind of person, without being obnoxious and without being over the top. That's the fascinating part, because I know a lot of people who are let's get the party started, but in order to do that, I need to be an obnoxious, over the top, drunk or whatever. This not the case with this individual, and it's a really interesting thing to observe. It's fascinating. It's just so much fun. When he texts and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna be," he lives in Cincinnati and visits DC like multiple times a month, and so he kind of drives past our house. He could literally, but he usually goes. We're a little bit out of the way, not doing it. But he's like, he texts us, like, "Hey, I'm driving through. Can I stop?" Like, yeah, absolutely. Like, whatever it is, I will always make time. Let's do that. And yeah, I think Malia and I have both made kind of a little pact that when we're out with our friends like that, bandmates, crew shipmates, that sort of stuff, we're just gonna whatever it is. Like if somebody says let's go do this thing, yeah, let's do it, because we are both like chill at home kind of people. Like when we're not out with friends doing things like that, I'm just gonna chill at home. And we are both the kind of people that would not approach other people and try to interject ourselves. We're the kind of hang back and chill people, and being out with them is it's fascinating, and it's really fun. And it's we have another friend like that in she actually lives in DC, and I need to spend more time with her, because she's also just, let's freaking, what are we doing here? Let's go do the thing. And you're like, let's freaking go do the thing. Like, come on. And it's wonderful. It's a wonderful thing to observe. And so I'm eternally grateful for the friends that we've made along the way. And that's not a cliche. That's just honesty. And I hope everybody can find their thing like that, because I think that that's how, as an adult, you maintain interesting relationships. I think that over time you can get kind of not necessarily soured with relationships, but I know that the friends that I've carried most of my life, that I've had for the longest, we tend to be less. We've lived our lives together, and we're now seeing each other less often or whatever. And so just keeping things new and interesting is a key, I think. I don't know if that conversation was, well, it was not really a conversation. If that made any sense at all, please let me know. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends and wonderful people. I really appreciate you. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Today's 1,000 plus little things happy, successful people do differently. We have been learning 10 things you must do. No, 10 mistakes unhappy people make. Sorry. Number 8 is constantly sacrificing your own happiness for everyone else. Never let your own happiness wither away as you try to bring sunshine to others. Life is not about making others happy. Life is about being honest and sharing your happiness with them. This is extremely important. Not only sharing your happiness, but share your sads. Like, let people know, hey, I'm not doing great right now. Please. Not because you need to be pitied or whatever, but because you're being honest. That is super freaking important.